Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel. In this episode I will cook something from the French cuisine. I will cook Croque Monsieur, and it's pretty much a glorified grilled cheese on steroids. There is so many versions of grilled cheese around the world. I think this is the most glorified one. Well, is it overrated? Let's see. But now let's start cooking. So the first step today is to make our own bread. You can of course just buy bread in the store. In so case I would recommend you to buy a sourdough bread. In this case we will make a simple white bread, which will still be better than most things you buy in the supermarket. And I chose to use my stand mixer for this, which will be much easier than kneading it by hand. Start with heating your milk to 38 degrees Celsius or 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Then add your yeast to the stand mixer and pour in the warm milk. And then set your stand mixer to the lowest speed possible, so the yeast can dissolve. And into another bowl, add all your flour, follow up with salt and sugar. Then give everything a quick stir until everything combines. And now pour your dry ingredients into your stand mixer in batches. The dough might need some help from you to come together. After adding all your flour, it's time to add the butter. Now raise the speed of the stand mixer to medium and let it go for around 8 to 10 minutes until the dough looks smooth and nice. Now put on the plastic lid and let it rest for around 30 minutes until double in size. And then it's time for the stretch and fold procedure. Well, I'm not a baker in any mean, however, if you do this like I do, it will be just fine and good enough. And then it's time to shape your dough into a loaf. I guess there will be around 1 million ways to do this. This is how I do it. And if you want to do it your way or any other way, that's up to you. This is just my way and it's work fine, so this is how I do it. I start with folding the short sides, and then I roll it tight together. And when it has the shape of a loaf, I just put it in a loaf pan and put the lid on. And let it rest for 20 more minutes. And this is how it will look after the rest. And now the time has come to put the loaf in the oven. I chose to do this in the lower part of my oven at 225 degrees Celsius or 440 degrees Fahrenheit. It will be ready in 30 to 45 minutes depending on your oven, or when the inner temperature in the loaf has reached around 97 degrees Celsius or 206 degrees Fahrenheit. Now cover it with kitchen towels and let it rest for 2 to 3 hours until cooled down completely. However, it will be worth to wait. And now it's time to make our cheese sauce, and to make that we need room temperature butter, flour, milk, Gruyere cheese, salt, white pepper and nutmeg. In a pot set to medium heat, add your butter, let it melt there before you add all your flour. Now give it a quick stir and let it simmer for 2 to 3 minutes before you add a third of your milk. Stir vigorously until no lumps remain and it's buttery smooth. Then add rest of your milk and continue to stir. And now the sauce will thicken as soon as it starts to simmer. Then add white pepper and nutmeg. Lower the heat before you adding the cheese. Add it in batches and stir all the time so the cheese melt. And when it is smooth and thick like this, salt it to taste. And now your cheese sauce is ready. And finally, now when our bread are ready and our cheese sauce are ready, it's time to do our sandwiches. So to do that, we need room temperature butter, Emmental cheese, Dijon mustard, and a generous amount of smoked ham. So take 2 slices of your white bread and spread them with butter. Into a cold pan, lay one of your bread slices butter side down into the pan. Spread it with a thin layer of Dijon mustard, follow up with your cheesy sauce. 3 to 6 slices of smoked ham and Emmental cheese. Now add a second slice of bread with butter side up and set the pan to medium heat. After 5 to 7 minutes it should be golden brown and it's time to flip it around. And after the flip, you don't need to wait 5, 6, 7 minutes until it gets golden brown. Instead, turn off the heat directly and spread on cheese sauce. Follow up with more Emmentaler cheese. And now directly put it in the oven. Use the broiler function, or if you have like me a hot air oven, just use the grill function. When all the cheese has melted and look like this, it's time to take it out.
Okay YouTube, so let's try this one. First time I do this, so I have no idea about how the result will be. I bet it will be cheesy. Ooh. And warm. Let me take one more bite. It's pretty much a grilled cheese on steroids. Steroids, how do you pronounce that? However, you can feel that it has aged cheese inside it. You can feel both of the cheeses as well as a hint of Dijon mustard. And well, it is a very good grilled cheese. Is it overrated? No, it's easy to make. It probably take like 30-40 minutes to do everything. Except to bake the bread. That will probably extend the time by a few hours. So, will I do this again? Well, yes, I will. I will make one for my daughter's home because she's hungry, but she don't like Dijon mustard. So I will do one without Dijon mustard. And now I will eat the rest of this. So see you next Friday. Take care.